Hi everyone and welcome to today's Tickling Tuesday. Today I would like to share a technique how I like to color my paste if I want to get a very intense color. But first of all, let's look at the color combo that I picked for today. I picked a sea green because I love the dark and bluish green, a bright yellow and a pop of red. Please let me know if the color combos are helpful for you, otherwise I could leave them out. I started out with a white card base and picked a stencil that I created with my silhouette. I really love this triangle pattern, and then I wanted to have a mask with a round shape, so I used some printer paper and my Martha Stewart simple circle cutter, and I think this is a 3.5 inch circle because I want this triangle pattern only in this round shape. So I adhered this mask to the front of my card. And I will be using the mask later, the stencil later. But first of all, let me show you how I like to color my paste. I use the craft sheet from Ranger, and then I picked some Mr. U's. I think it's navy and mistletoe, so a light green and a dark blue. And then I used the Liquitex modeling paste, which is quite thick. And I used 2 spritzes of each of the colors, and then I mixed that really well. And you can see the color that I get is not like the pastel color, but it's very intense. And I think it's even more intense in real life than it looks on the camera right now. But you will see this on the photo that I show you at the end of the video. So then I adhered the stencil to the front of my card with some washi tape. Especially with paste, it is important that the stencil is very flat, lying flat on the card base. So I really made sure I adhered the stencil down very well with my washi tape. So I used the washi tape on all 4 sides. And then I just smeared the paste over the area where I think the circle would be. I could not see the circle anymore, so I just guessed where it was. And I really love the color that I mixed, so I used an old embossing powder jar, and then I put all the paste in there, and I keep it for a later project. And I think this paste, yes, you can keep it for a few weeks in there, but then it starts to dry and gets very hard. So you want to make sure you use all the paste in the time of a few weeks. Then I cleaned everything up. I especially made sure my fingers were clean because I didn't want to smear anything onto my card base. And then I used my heat gun to heat the washi tape a little bit because it's easier to peel it off from the paper then, and the paper does not stick to the washi tape. Then I peeled off the mask that I created with the printer paper. And we have a nice circle with the triangle pattern. And you can see there's some paste where I didn't want it, but we will get rid of this later. Because the Mr. U's is quite wet and the paste gets wetter if you use it together, you want to make sure to use your heat gun so the paper doesn't warp. Then I took my X-Acto knife and I tried to get off all the paste that I didn't want. And I think you have seen that before. If you do this and use your X-Acto knife to get rid of something, the paper is a little bit like it was torn. It's very rough then in that place. So I used some sandpaper, which is very, very fine. It's a grain of 2000, I think. So it's used to burnish cars, and you can burnish your paper with that. And the paper looks smooth afterwards again, and you don't see you scratched it with your X-Acto knife. So this is what I do, and there is no hint that I had paste on there. So this is the trick that I also use if I used a pen on the wrong place. I just scratch it off and then I burnish my paper with that sandpaper. Then I took the Land Ho stamp set from the Alleyway Stamps and stamped the little parrot. I really think this parrot is so gorgeous. I use it a lot. I think you have seen me using it before. And then I took some Delta markers. It's a German company. They are way cheaper than Copics, but they have a very good quality. So if you live in Europe, I highly recommend getting them. You can get them at Mia's Stempelküche. You find a link on my blog in the, I think it's the FAQ section, where I talk about the shops that I like. And you can see the results are very pretty. So if you do not need the brush tip, you really go well with these markers. Then I took also some touch twin markers that I used before I got the Delta markers, and it's totally possible to combine all your markers because they are all alcohol based and they work together very well. You could also combine it with your Copics. This is what I do from time to time, and it really works well for me. So I colored that little parrot, and then I cut him out, leaving a little white space around him because I really wanted him to pop on the dark triangle background. So when I had cut him out, I put him onto the card base to see what it looks like, and I was not satisfied with how this looked like, and I think something was missing. So I took the corner shampoo, you know I do this very often, and then I ran at the corners of the card base, all four this time. And then I remembered I had those vellum tags that I cut out with my silhouette some time ago, and I had them somewhere on my work surface. So I took one of those vellum tags and adhered the parrot to the tag because I thought that this would look even better. Then I took my white gel pen to cover a part of his eye that I colored in with a marker, and then I decided to use my foam squares this time to adhere the parrot with the tag to the front of the card. So at that point we already had the sea green and also the yellow for the beak. The red was missing, so I took out some red twine. It's from the Twinery. It's the, I don't know what the color is called, but it's red and white. And then I wrapped that through the little hole in the tag, and then I also tied a bow, just a tiny bow, and cut off the excess of the twine. And I think this little tag with the parrot looks really nice. And for the sentiment, I wanted to have a German sentiment. In this case, it should be the Du bist besonders, which means you are special. So I used the Kaisercraft Tiny Alpha stickers in black for the Du bist, so the you are, and the besonders, so it's special, would be red. I really wanted to have a dark red, so I took out the Lily Bee Destination alphabet stickers this time again, or letter stickers, and that finished the card for today. I hope you got inspired and your mojo got tickled and you get out your paste and your Mr. Uis and your sandpaper, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching!